Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Listen, if you're an IELTS candidate aiming for that sweet band 6.5 to 7.5, you are literally in the exact right place. Today, we have a very clear, very specific goal. By the time we wrap this up, you're going to be equipped with a repeatable, airtight 20-minute system to completely conquer IELTS reading Passage 2. I know Passage 2 can be incredibly frustrating. It's noticeably harder than Passage 1, and we're going to break down exactly why that is, and more importantly, how you can systemize your approach so you never panic during the reading test again.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, the Passage 2 problem. Then, the 3-minute skim strategy. Third, locating keywords at speed. Fourth, cracking true-false not given. Fifth, mastering matching headings. And finally, the 20-minute system.
All right, Section 1, the Passage 2 problem. Why is it so hard?
You know, if you feel a sudden difficulty spike when you turn the page to Passage 2, trust me, you aren't imagining it. And the biggest trap here? It's time. I really want you to anchor your focus on this number right here, 20. If you let this boss-level challenge steal 25 or 30 minutes from you, you are basically sabotaging Passage 3 before you even lay eyes on it.
So why the huge difficulty spike? It's all about a shift in tone. See, Passage 1 is usually just descriptive, factual texts, the who, what, where, and when. But Passage 2, that introduces analytical, argument-based texts. Suddenly, you have to understand opinions and theories, which means the answers are kind of hidden behind the author's logic, rather than just being stated plainly on the page. It requires way deeper inference.
Okay, let's put this into practice right now. I want you to pause this explainer for exactly 30 seconds, read the sample paragraph you see here, and decide, is this text descriptive or argumentative? Hit pause now. Okay, welcome back. If you said argumentative, you are absolutely correct. You probably noticed the author presenting a specific viewpoint rather than just giving us a list of facts.
Moving on to Section 2, the 3-minute skim strategy, building your mental map.
So here are the exact mechanics of the 3-minute skim. Step 1, read the title. It simply grounds you in the topic. Step 2, read only the first sentence of every paragraph. This gives you the core idea, the topic sentence of each section. And step 3, read the final paragraph in full so you can understand the author's ultimate conclusion. Now, let me be incredibly clear about something here. Never, ever start with the questions before building this mental map. If you dive straight into the questions, you're literally flying blind.
All right, time for Task 2. I want you to simulate this. Pause the explainer, give yourself exactly 3 minutes to skim the sample passage using the exact steps we just talked about. Title, first sentences, final paragraph. After that, write a 1-sentence summary of the whole passage. Go. All right, let's look at the model summary. Your sentence should look something like this. The text argues that while urban planning historically prioritized vehicle traffic, modern strategies must pivot to integrating green spaces for community mental health. Now, if your summary missed that major shift from the past to the modern green space strategy, you might have read a little too deeply into the middle details instead of just skimming for the overarching argument.
Section 3, locating keywords at speed. Scan, don't read.
Now we're shifting gears into pure mechanical test-taking skills. First rule, you always underline in the question first, but you've got to target unchangeable words. We're talking nouns, numbers, dates, and proper names. Why? Because these literally cannot be easily paraphrased. Once you got those underlined, scan backward into the passage. Just let your eyes look for the physical shape of the word. Do not try to read the surrounding text yet.
Let's test this out. Here are 3 questions. Pause the explainer, give yourself a quick countdown, underline your target keywords, and scan to find which paragraph they live in. Hit pause. And we're back. So for question 1, you should have underlined the date and scanned straight to paragraph B. Question 2's proper name was sitting right there in paragraph D, and the specific noun in question 3 was anchored in paragraph A. Pretty crazy how quickly you can navigate a text when you aren't trying to read every single word, right?
All right, Section 4, cracking true, false, not given, the most failed question type. It's time to face the ultimate dragon of the IELTS reading test,
So, the crucial point here is totally eliminating the ambiguity between false and not given, which trips up so many people. False means the text actively contradicts the statement. Not given means the text does not address it at all. It's basically a ghost. Think of it like a bad date. If it's not there, don't try to invent it. Seriously, do not use your outside knowledge to fill in the blanks. If it is not explicitly printed on the page, it's not given.
Let's lock this in. Pause the explainer for exactly 90 seconds and label these 5 statements. Hit pause now. All right, let's logically walk through the reasoning here. Statement 1 is true. It's a direct, perfect match. Statement 2 is false. The text states the exact opposite percentage. Statement 3, well, that's the trap. Not given. The subject is there, but the comparison isn't. Statement 4 is true, and Statement 5 is not given because the outcome of it is never actually addressed.
Section 5. Mastering matching headings, avoiding the traps.
This one is another notorious obstacle. The core strategy? You absolutely must match the idea, not just repeated vocabulary. Examiners love, and I mean love, putting a word from paragraph A directly into a wrong heading just to trick you. So to grasp the actual concept, always read just the first and last sentence of the paragraph. Oh, and once you confidently match a heading, cross it off immediately so you can narrow down your choices. Let's execute task 5. Pause the explainer right here and match the 4 paragraphs to the 6 headings. Welcome back. Okay, paragraph A matches option IV. And this brilliantly illustrates our strategy, because trap 1 used the exact word infrastructure, but it completely misrepresented the main idea. Paragraph B is option 2, easily bypassing a minor detail trap. Paragraph C is option V, and paragraph D is option 1. See, if you focus purely on the first and last sentences, the traps become totally obvious.
Section 6. The 20-minute system. Putting it all together.
We are finally at the climax of this explainer, combining all these mechanical skills into one completely unstoppable workflow. Here it is. Step 1, your 3-minute skim to build that mental map. Step 2, your 14-minute answer sequence. Just work through it logically. And hey, if you freeze, skip it and return to it. Step 3, your 3-minute check. Use this little buffer to review any skipped questions and ensure you've perfectly transferred everything to the answer sheet. Remember that. 3, 14, 3.
And this leads me to my golden rule. I really need you to internalize this completely. Never spend more than 2 minutes on one single question. Literally ever. If you hit that 2-minute mark and you're still searching, you are experiencing a catastrophic time drain. Just guess, mark it to review later, and move on. Your score depends heavily on your discipline right here.
Okay, we're putting you under some real pressure right now with task 6. It's the ultimate mini drill. 6 questions. I want you to set a strict timer for exactly 7 minutes, apply the scanning, the rules, and most importantly, the 2-minute limit. Pause and go. Time's up. Whew! If you actually applied the system, you likely found the time limit totally manageable because you weren't rereading the text over and over. You scanned, you extracted.
As we close out, do me a favor and take a screenshot of this 5-point mastery checklist. It is the entire system summarized for you. You've got your 3-minute skim, title, first sentences, last paragraph. You locate those unchangeable anchors like nouns, numbers, and dates. You remember false means contradicts, while not given means not addressed. Headings mean matching ideas, not just vocab. And of course, the 20-minute rule. 3 to skim, 14 to answer, 3 to check. Memorize this.
But listen, just understanding the system isn't enough, right? You actually have to execute it. So I have a bit of a provocative challenge for you. Look at the description below this explainer. You're going to find a link to a full 20-minute homework assignment on urban green spaces and mental health. It's 14 questions covering literally everything we just discussed. I demand that you apply the system immediately. Set your timer for 20 minutes strictly. When you're done, use the answer key provided in the description to self-mark. And then I really want you to share your score in the comments below. So what do you say? Are you ready to finally conquer passage 2? Go prove it. I'll see you in the comments.